Good morning, and I just want to say a few words about Boca Bearing, the company, the people, and my collaboration with them as kind of a closure to this year, maybe as a slight commentary, small commentary perhaps. So, as many of you know, I have been in collaboration with Boca Bearing probably since April of this year, 2025. And it's funny the way that happened, the way that came to be, and it came to be in a review that I sent after having received some bearings from Boca that was not necessarily all that favorable. And the particular bearing set that I was reviewing, it wasn't that there was anything wrong with those bearings, but it was just I made an offhand comment that, hey, you know, in the past I've ordered bearings straight from the website, what was listed as the right size bearings for that engine, and they came to me and they were incorrect. And this is one of the things that really strikes me about Boca is that I submitted that review almost worded exactly like that. And not 24 hours later, I got a email from Jason, the president of Boca, saying, hey, how can we make this better? He was talking to me, said some things to me, he saw my YouTube channel, and things just kind of went from there. So it wasn't that I went out soliciting Boca to do videos for them. It was just kind of one of those things where I wrote an honest review saying, hey, I've had an issue with this, you know, getting the wrong bearings listed on the site for the proper engine or whatever. And a conversation started with Jason, and now we're at the point where we are now where I've learned a lot from them. And I just want to say that for those of you that don't know, to me it's important to work with or solicit the products from companies that are basically like a family. Maybe not necessarily family owned, but just have, you know, longevity and family. And Boca is one of those companies. I mean, I'm very, very impressed with, first of all, their product, their quality of the product, and they're a contract manufacturer. They don't just go and buy other bearings and market them as theirs. They actually create the specifications of the bearings they sell and then contract those out, and they do audits of these companies that they have making these bearings to make sure that they are maintaining their standards of quality. But aside from that, the fact that, you know, Jason reached out to me to see what was going on with the issue that I had that was years ago, and I just happened to mention it this year. I was like, you know, hey, by the way, you know, so whatever. But I have been in contact with numerous people at Boca, and many of them have been with the company for 30 plus years. I mean, they're really a family-oriented company. They may not be family-owned, but they're family. Basically, they work together as a family. And that impresses me. And the level of customer service that they offer is impeccable. I mean, I contacted Daniela when I called about a bearing order, and she was on vacation. And she answered the call, took my message, and worked the issue. I mean, these people are dedicated. Customer service and customer, you know, satisfaction is priority one in that company. And I can tell by the way that, you know, they support me. And believe me, I can challenge them at times with some of the bearing orders I need to place on short notice due to customers sending me engines and stuff like that. So I mean, I've learned a lot in these last 8 months of working with Boca. I've learned a lot about bearings, and I've learned a lot about the company. And quite honestly, I'm very impressed with the people there. They are loyal, they have integrity, they do what they say they're going to do. And there's nothing more important than that in my mind when it comes to working with a company or soliciting buying the products that a company has to offer. So many companies nowadays don't care. They just don't care. They don't provide good customer support, and they don't provide good products, and they don't care. Boca is not one of those companies. Boca cares, and they really care about your opinion, about your satisfaction, and that's really all I have to say. I mean, it's really been an honor and a pleasure to do the bearing videos that I'm allowed to do for Boca. and to use these products and get to know bearings a lot better than I had ever known, and I continue to learn all the time. So one of the things that I'm doing with them and for them is I'm assisting in remedying these issues as I find them on their website, where they have bearings or multiple bearing sizes listed for one engine when that can't really be the case, especially if the sizes are vastly different. I'm assisting in clarifying some of those things so that they can fix those issues. That's one of the reasons I am doing what I'm doing. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, hey, those of you that don't know a whole lot about Boca bearings, reach out to them, check their website out. They have a lot of information. If you go to the main website, under the support, main website, you go to support, there's all kinds of white papers, all kinds of frequently asked questions, all kinds of information about bearings where you can learn all about bearings and learn about the company. And I highly recommend them. They are not paying me to say this. They're not paying me to make this video. I'm just saying, hey, I've been working for them, with them for the last majority of this year, and I'm impressed with them. Period. And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Boca. Thank you, Jason. And thank you all of the people at Boca that I interface with on a regular basis. It's been a pleasure and an honor, and I hope we can continue doing this throughout 2026.